Welcome everyone to your Mercury retrograde reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, this is going to be a two-part reading over here. First, we're going to get straight into the collective of the basics of what this Mercury retrograde is bringing to the table for the whole collective. And then at the end, I will do your sign, okay, to see how that's going to affect you and your sign. Okay, so let's get in here. Table's already set. It's talking about that Mercury retrograde, which starts in Aries, okay, on the 15th of March, and then we'll move into Pisces on the 29th, and then it will be over on April 7th, where it will go back direct. And of course, it will stay in Pisces, excuse me, while it's going direct. So we have some energies coming through. So this energy is saying Mercury retrograde in this sign of Aries as we speak is hot-tempered, argumentative, right? Impulsive energy. Okay. Going to have a hard time right now with decisions, right? What's going on? So watch for those tempers to fly, whether it's from you or someone around you. Okay, so we're talking about that Mercury. So no matter what, we're talking about those miscommunications, technology, meltdowns, deliberating headaches. A lot of people get headaches around this time as well. So if you know that you're prone to headaches, that could also be from that Mercury retrograde. Overthinking situations. Be careful of that as well. Aries is also about taking that action. So it might make you feel like you must respond to things immediately. Okay, or others are all of a sudden feeling like they should respond to you immediately. So however it's going to be, especially when you know that it doesn't have to be immediate, but you might feel like, you know what, I have to go now. That's that impulsive action taking place. Okay, so let's see. Get us a couple of cards over here on this Mercury. Yeah, that confusion coming in, difficult decisions weighing you down. So, you know, it's a good time right now to just avoid people who want to confuse you, right? Confusion, blurring the lines between what is going on and what's not going on. And you're going to get that a lot when it's in Pisces anyways. You know, once it gets into Pisces, it's going to even be different because now it's going to blur the line between what's fact and what's fantasy, right? So let's see over here. This is a great time for learning new things. Okay, just be careful about your communication because there is going to be a lot of miscommunication. You know, if you guys are planning things, make sure that you are always a half an hour, you know, ahead of schedule, 15 minutes to a half an hour ahead of schedule because of traffic or jams or this or that. Right? So make sure that you are, you know, taking that logic, okay, and using it to the best of your knowledge, especially because when it comes into Pisces, that logic is going to take a back seat. Okay, so let's see. Going straight to Aries over here. Absolutely. But it can be a great time for learning new things as long as you're giving yourself, you know, those extra moments just to really, you know, take extra time and just slow down and don't be too impulsive because there's going to be a lot of restless mental energy going around. So on the Aries over here, it's about that challenge. Putting up a challenge, you might feel like there's a lot of competition around you. You might even feel like you have to protect your energy. Please do protect your energy during this Mercury retrograde, as all Mercury retrogrades, right? Have this way of doing things. So this is where you're going to find that I need to maintain some control within this situation. There it is, overcoming some obstacles. Yeah, definitely. You're going to have a lot of energy swirling around you. So you might definitely be feeling like, hey, you know what? Why does everybody want to argue with me? Okay, so absolutely. So you definitely want to ground yourself. Okay. And going straight into this Pisces. This Pisces is talking about, yeah, now when it starts moving into this Pisces, you can feel like, oh, okay, here comes that fog machine. Everything's my anxiety is rising. Clarity is now becoming confusion. There's that, like I said, blurring between, those, what's fact, what's fantasy, what's real, what's rose-colored glasses. You might even be getting that effect for some of you of where did I put my glasses? Oh my God, I lost my keys. Just literally the fog machine over here going off. So, okay, so yeah. And definitely feeling like there's a lot of emotions coming out as well. So also watch those emotions. People are going to be in high emotions anyways, but it just feels like over here everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to, debate their opinion. It's my way, the highway, right? And then over here it's like over emotions coming through, which then causes all this confusion. And it's like, come on, Mercury's already making, enough confusion as it is. Now, instead of tempers flying, everybody wants to be sad, right? Confused, over emotional, sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? Right? Because now it's going to bring that all in as this sensitivity, as it is, making closure, as it's starting to end. Wow, I like that. It's saying now I'm ending. Now this cycle of the Mercury retrograde is ending. But it's also going to allow you to make endings as well. So that's where we're going to start right now and say, okay, so how is it going to affect you, my friends? Okay, so let's get in here and see how it's going to affect you. Okay, so let's see. Got these cool new cards. We're going to use the cool new cards over here. Okay. They're not really new. They're really old, but I think they're from like 2006 or something. But they're new to me. Oh, there it is, popping out. So, for you over here, Aries, you do have a celestial shadow, misleading mind. Ooh, like that. I mean, I really want you guys to see that because I probably won't use these cards a whole lot. Okay, so that's celestial shadows. Okay, guys, so this is misleading mind. This is a card of, as the celestial realms fall into denial, a spell of manipulation is cast. The inquiry at this time of your Mercury retrograde is, in what ways do I allow my mind to mislead me? So you have to be careful at this time about your insecurities. This is in your first house. This Mercury retrograde starts in your first house. So, I mean, it's really going to talk about those insecurities, making you feel maybe down at this time or feeling like I can't get this right. Why is this against me? How come I can't do anything right? Why? Okay, so it just says take a step back and perceive what it is that you truly need. Right? If you feel like other people also, within this card, it also is talking about people who are betraying you. Are you allowing people to walk on you and you're not realizing it at this time? So it's actually talking about reflecting on where those insecurities are stemming from and relax and give yourself more credit, guys. Okay. So let's see what it has to say here. So Mercury retrograde is literally asking you to look deeper within your shadow self with the celestial shadow. Yes, seeking the truth within situations, finding those answers. It's almost like it's wants you to look deeper, as it wants you to, I don't know, it's almost like it's imploring you to see yourself in a fresh new light. See the truth within the situation. Don't let it just hold you back. It's now time for you to transition. Let go of baggage that no longer serves you. If you know this person is being deceitful and they're confusing you, Okay, go ahead and walk away from that situation. Look deep within that situation. Don't let them try to weaken you down, right? I do feel like for you, there will be some people who are going to be wearing some rose colored glasses that could actually start, right? Frustrating you, bringing that Aries out in you, and making you probably want to be impulsive, make some impulsive moves. Okay. So right now it's going to be about, really kind of trusting that the universe has your back as you're proceeding with everything. Okay. And don't allow your past to be your present. And and that's what this whole thing is as well. Don't let this past, it's Mercury retrograde. It loves to bring the past back. So don't allow your past to be your present. Let it go. Do not let them trigger you at this time, Aries. Okay. So you could even having some problems with speaking. Okay. So it's just about keeping control. I love the justice card there because it's telling me maybe you're having a hard time, getting out what it is you're trying to say. Almost like your throat chakra is like not working properly, right? Because, well, and it's kind of crazy because maybe you do find that this person is overheated or, right? Or they're over emotional. Look at that, over emotional. So some of you are going to be dealing with somebody who's over emotional. And I love that because it's beautiful, it's this Piscean card saying, hey, you know what? Maybe I am over emotional. Maybe they're over emotional. I mean, maybe, your heat and their water are not coming together very well. Always got to, give that credit to Mercury retrograde for allowing us to, start a debate and then end up in a heated argument, right? It was like, it wasn't supposed to be that way. Why? Why are you doing this? So let's get some other cards over here really fast. And wow. So just relax. Give yourself more credit also where credit is needed. Okay. Mercury retrogrades are not always the nicest. Yes, it's time to surrender. I release my need to control. And there it is there. It's controlling your emotions, controlling what you need to control. But if you feel like you're starting to over control something, right, because they're starting to frustrate you, take that step back. Okay. See this as a time of growth. Okay, not a time of winning, right? Because it's really not. Because I don't think in Mercury retrograde anyone really can really win. I think the best way we can win is to not participate. That's why I say, it's like, okay, I'm not talking to anybody. During Mercury retrograde, it's like, I go quiet because my Taurus wants to argue, right? And I can find myself arguing real quick, right? Everybody has their thing. So it says, give your inner critic a vacation day and be kind to yourself. And I love that because that was talking about, hey, you know what? Careful with your insecurities. Right? You are in the first house. Okay? You might start, critiquing yourself too much. Damn, I can't do this. And why is that not working for me? And okay, so just be careful where you're pushing that energy. Beautiful reading for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.